Yes! Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for a Monday afternoon video. Right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants. Otherwise known as the scratch marks below. And subscribe to my other channels, which are down there too. So, do it right now. Leave a comment on any one of my videos, but don't leave stupid comments. You go bye-bye. So long, farewell. You're blocked. And if you don't like that, cry to your mama and cry me a river, little bitch. And that's pretty much it. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, well, too bad for you because you're SOL. And you better know it. Better know what that means. But if you don't know, for the love of God, look it up. That's why we have the internet. And some of you people need to get off the internet, but that's another story for another time. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Hit the bell for more. And share the video all over the goddamn place. And if you're brand new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back. Excuse me, I had too much beer this morning. No, I didn't have beer. Too much breakfast this morning. But anyway, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show if you're brand new here for the very first time. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And thank you for all your support. And that's pretty much it. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one, wherever you got, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, get out. But people just don't know when to say when and when to get the fuck out because they can't grow up. I think I already proved that in my short I just put up a little while ago. 2 shorts I put up, shorts, plural, because I put up 2. I put up 1 late last night, I put up 1 a couple of hours ago. And that's pretty much, once again, proving my point. And I think I don't have to prove my point anymore. And that's that. So check those out. Check out my other videos on my respective channels that I put up over the weekend. And that's it. Like it, great. You don't, go fuck yourself. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday, the start of a brand new week, the first full week of October. Counting down the days till next Monday, which is Columbus Day. Happy birthday, Italian. Well, it's the Italian's birthday, basically. Oh, every Italian's favorite holiday, besides the San Gennaro Fest. But that's another story. That was a couple weeks ago. I didn't go to it, but I wanted to. I can never know. I can never find out when it actually is. And then when I do go, it's like too late. But next year or sometime when there's another Italian fest that's kind of near me, I'm gonna go. So, but you know, but it is what it is. So next Monday we're gonna celebrate Columbus Day. It's Columbus Day weekend coming up. Got a lot to talk about that weekend. We got AEW Wrestle Dream 2 coming your way Saturday night at, I believe, 7 or 8 p.m. from the Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, Washington. Great card. We'll talk about that probably during the middle of the week. We've got Dynamite tomorrow. I thought it was almost like Wednesday. Dynamite tomorrow and NXT going not so much head-to-head because NXT starts at its regular time of 8, but Dynamite title Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Going pretty much going, with baseball and the start of hockey season tomorrow. It's gonna be chaotic tomorrow with all that. Plus, Game 3 of the Mets-Phillies series. I don't know what time that game is tomorrow. I think it's in the afternoon. Probably, I hope it's at night. Because it's in New York, but, we'll see what happens with that. So, lots of things to watch tomorrow. Sadly, I do not have picture-in-picture so I can watch all 3 games, but mostly, I will watch Dynamite later, probably like after it's over, like 11:30. So we watched that, and then try to get my review up for both shows, like so I can do a 2-in-1 over on my Peter Joseph channel tomorrow, late tomorrow night. Because I will watch NXT. That's a definite. I'm watching NXT tomorrow because it's Tuesday. And I'm going to be watching the Met game depending on what time it is. If it's in the afternoon, then I don't have to worry about. Then I will picture-in-picture NXT and AEW at 9 o'clock. But we'll see what happens with that. I think NXT is going to win that war tomorrow with the ratings. I mean, they got 860. They should have got 1 million last week, but it was 800 and I think it was 860,000 views. Dynamite barely got it even close to 660,000. It was abysmal for their 5-year anniversary show. I can only imagine what tomorrow is going to bring. Even though it's 9 o'clock, so it's not going head to head, but the final hour of NXT is going head to head with the first hour of Dynamite. So I know Tony Khan doesn't want to go head to head, but And we got one more coming November the 6th, which is a Wednesday night war, because NXT is getting preempted because of the election. And don't forget to vote for Trump, ladies and gentlemen. Don't vote for that bitch Kamala Harris. Please, for the love of all that is holy, do not vote for her. Because she ain't gonna do shit for this country, like Trump will. But that's another story for another time. Almost 4 weeks away, as of tomorrow, it'll be 4 weeks away from the election. From Election Day, I should say. So, most of you probably got your ballots, you already done that. I think early voting starts at the end of this month. So, I don't know if I'm going to do it early, I might do it Election Day, who knows at this point. But I have got my little sticker and everything, so I can go in, fill the ballot out, scan it, goodbye. I'll probably do it in the morning or the early afternoon, because I don't want to do it late. This is going to be huge, big turnout, most likely here around where I go to vote and everything. So I want to get there early, so I'll beat the rush, and that's pretty much it for that. But that's a month from now, so 29 days away from now, but we got that. Before I start this review, because I really gotta go to the doctor pretty soon, I just want to send my thoughts and my prayers to the people of Florida. Oh boy. Right now, Hurricane Milton Bradley, Milton, so we call it Milton Bradley, right now, Cat 5. But it's still kind of meandering. He's heading to the east, and then it's going to go northeast throughout today into tomorrow, and I think by late tomorrow night into Wednesday, if you're in Tampa, St. Pete, and south, you're going to get fucked. But they're saying, I just heard a little while ago that it's going to weaken somewhat as it gets to the coast of Florida, around the Tampa, St. Pete area. So, probably won't hit as a Cat 5, thank the Lord for that. But probably hit as a strong Cat 4 or a Cat 3. Still, catastrophic storm surge, winds 100 to about 120 gusts. That's gusts, actually, I think. Or sustained winds at 100 to 140 at most. Gusts, like, forget it. So, it's not going to be a great time in Florida, starting pretty much late tomorrow night, all Wednesday, and pretty much going through Columbus Day weekend. And I don't think a lot of people are going to have power until probably next week. And already Florida's been hit hard by Helene, and in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, still recovering. And what is Biden doing, sitting on his fucking hands, and that bitch Kamala Harris doing nothing? Didn't even go there. As far as I know, they didn't go there. I don't know. They did, too late, but still. But the good man down in Florida, Ron DeSantis, is telling people to, hunker down, batten down the hatches. If you got them, get out now, and head north. At least northeast. Get out of Florida when you can, because if you stay for a Cat 3 or Cat 4, pray to the Lord you survive that shit. Because with the storm surge coming in off off the bay and everything, and with the residual rain that's going to be coming probably after that, it's going to be insane this whole week, pretty much till, well, I did see Thursday is going to get a little bit better in Tampa and St. Pete and South, but the damage is going to be done pretty much tomorrow and through Thursday morning, so pretty much the next 36 to 72 hours are going to be insane down in Florida. So, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Florida, dealing with Helene. Now they got to deal with Hurricane Milton Bradley. We're not even done yet with hurricane season. We got one month to go. Because it ends right after Thanksgiving, it ends. And then it doesn't come back till, I think, the beginning of April. So, it's just the way it is. The way it is every fucking summer, late spring, or pretty much spring going into the summer months, all the way through the fall, and pretty much near the midpoint, near the end of not the end of fall, but like the midpoint of fall, which is Thanksgiving, during the holiday season. That's great. But probably pretty much as November hits, not many storms in November, not much, but of course the water's going to be starting to cool down a little bit in the Gulf and in the Caribbean, and then heats up back in the summer. We all know that, but I hope and pray that there's not a lot of deaths down in Florida over the next couple of days. But we'll see what happens with all that. But if you're still in Florida, you might want to think about evacuating ASAP, or board up your house, your apartments, your windows, or whatever you got. Get out of there as fast as you can. I know there's going to be traffic up the wazoo, up I-95, going north to South Carolina, Georgia. I hope some of you got out this past weekend. Just don't come back until this coming weekend. See what the damage is. Hopefully you didn't lose your house, or you didn't lose your apartment building, or I just hope nobody, I just hope there's not a lot of deaths. That's all I say, but it's going to be tremendous storm surge for the next couple of days. Tremendous. It's going to be like what Helene was. I mean, we're still seeing a lot of houses still going down rivers and shit. Flooding's up the wazoo. Severe weather, tornadoes. It's insane. It's insane. And right now, here in New York, it rained late last night. Big whoop. And we're not getting rain till Columbus Day now. But the temperatures, woohoo, gonna be cold. Right now, it's the hottest day of this week. It's 75 degrees right now. But it's gonna get cold, ladies and gentlemen. By this weekend, it's gonna be like around 60 degrees. And the low temperatures are gonna be like freezing cold, like 35 to 42 degrees. Insane. It's the fall, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty much, I think we're in the second or third week, officially, of fall. Still got all of this month to go, all of November, and pretty much the first couple weeks of December before we hit the winter. And hopefully, here in the Northeast, we don't get blizzards. God forbid, in Florida, they're getting so much rain. Imagine that was the winter here in New York, where we're getting like a bomb cyclone or a blizzard. You feel like Buffalo. We're getting like 100 inches of snow. Crazy. Get ready for that, Buffalo, this coming November. Insane. God, thank God I don't live there. I live where I live, but but there's been some winters that have been really bad. We've got like almost 2 feet of snow on one storm, back to back sometimes. It's just insane. We get like 10 inches of snow, then we get another blizzard on top of that, like the week after, 10 more inches. Shit! I can't show all that shit. Come on now. My back is already fucked up. But it's getting better. Thankfully, my back is starting to get better. It's slow. It's a slow process, but my back is starting to get a little bit better. Still got the bulging and the herniation in my back. My knee, slowly but steady, is getting better. So I'm hoping in the next 3 to 6 months, I'll be back to 100%. But right now, I feel good, because when you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. Just remember that. So, these days I feel like crap. But, I take it as I come, and I don't go, hey, you got nothing to do, But, in any case, I take it as I come. I still do my job. I still make the money you fucking wish you had. And I live my life, basically. I don't live my life on YouTube like people think I do, but I don't. So, you think that? You're a flapper. Flapping like a seal. That's all it is. It's words. Stay obsessed, stay jelly, because that's all it is. It's words. No facts, no receipts, nothing. It's just words. Finish slander, pretty much. And that's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before I get out of here, really quickly, I want to get to this video, and it's time for your really late, so far out of fucking date, Ring of Horror review for this past week, really, September the 26th, 2024. It was, it's not a week later, but, Actually, wait a minute, I have the wrong notes on my hand, I'm sorry. I meant October the 2nd, 2024. Let me get my notes ready for that. I completely uploaded the wrong notes. I don't know how that happened. So, yeah, I botched, so, well, it is what it is, but, where is my notes? Here it is. Okay, we got it. No TNA review this week, because TNA was a best of Bound for Glory, so we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, so Ring of Honor review for October the 3rd, 2024. Once again, actually not once again, sorry, emanating from the Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And as always, our commentary team of Ian Riccaboni, and my good friend, the Pasta, Caprice Coleman. And yes, he's a good friend of mine. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so another week of Ring of Horror wrestling. And I'm going to keep reviewing it, even though the product is not as great as it used to be. And yes, there are people that still review Ring of Honor, besides myself. Just look it up. There are people that still think Ring of Honor is still a show. And there's TNA reviews out too, so. Just don't think like I'm the only person on YouTube that does TNA Ring of Honor reviews. Just saying. Alright, so we run down the card, we got a main event, excuse me, the main event is the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe, reach for the sky, boy, Jay Briscoe! Mark Briscoe defending the Ring of Honor World Title, hey, a World Title match, and we had one last week with the Pure Title on the line, with Lee Moriarty defending, and he won, obviously. We got Mark Briscoe defending against I'm Matt Taven. If you don't like Matt Taven, you are a Melvin. And that's pretty much it. Wasn't advertised, but we have a match anyway. Why not? Alright, so we start off with a non-title proving ground match. Meaning if the opponents last the time limit, the 10-minute time limit, or they win the match, they get a future title shot. This is for the trios, Ring of Honor 6-man/trios titles. So we have the Premier Athletes, Tony Nese, and Ari Daivari, along with Smart Mark Sterling. Hey, he doesn't wrestle that much, but when he wrestles, he's there. They take on the champs Dustin Rhodes, the Natural, and the Von Erich boys, Marshall and Ross. 6-minute match. Obviously, do you really think that the Premier Athletes and Mark Sterling are going to get a title shot? They're going to win this match? No. We get a Canadian Destroyer by Dustin, sends Tony Nese to the outside, but Smart Mark Sterling breaks up Crossroads, and then the Von Erich boys get rid of Tony Nese and Ari Daivari with Stereo Claws. And, so then Dustin hits Shattered Dreams in the corner, Then he hits Mark Sterling with the final reckoning. 1, 2, 3, and 6, a little over 6 minutes. They get the win. So, no title shot for you. And that's pretty much it. Match was meh. 2.5 out of 5 stars. We got that. This was actually the show that the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, legit got hurt. Because there was, him and I believe Lady Frost got injured during the tapings for this show. Not good. And, Sammy got hurt. I don't know how he got hurt, because he did I think he did a springboard Gilmore cutter, basically. And I don't know what happened there, and he got hurt. And then he got stretchered out, basically. And pretty much everybody because the tapings were, before, I believe, Dynamite. So everybody pretty much left. That's why the crowd wasn't as big as you saw it on Dynamite and Rampage. That's the way it is. Way it is. And Lady Frost, I don't know how she got injured either, but my thoughts and prayers go out to Lady Frost and Sammy Guevara for a speedy recovery. And also the phenomenal AJ Styles. Legit ankle injury. He's going for an MRI this week to see what the severity of the injury is, and he just came back from an injury, I think. So he's gonna be, if it's severe, fuck. He's going to be out a couple months. Maybe returning at the Royal Rumble. But that's February, so if he's out for 3 or 4 months, I mean, he must likely be back by the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber. To do what? I don't know. And they're probably going to add more time on his contract, because his contract's pretty much going to be expired by the end of this year, I think. So we got that. So yeah, so Dustin and the Von Erichs win this Proving Ground match. Not that they ever defend those belts, because pretty much Ring of Honor Wrestling, they don't defend the belts. You just keep it for about 1,000 days, and then you have a certain amount of, a handful of title defenses. It's just ridiculous. Alright, then we find out from commentary that during 0 Hour, which is I believe at 7 o'clock this Saturday night, Atlantis Jr., oh, remember him? Some of you do, some of you don't. Still, your Ring of Honor TV champion. He's going to take on the Machine, Brian Cage, who has won 2 singles matches over basically nobodies in the span of 6 weeks. So he gets a title shot. See what happens when I call Ring of Honor Ring of Horror and Tony Khan cannot book this promotion? Oh, we're just doing it on the fly. Right, no storylines. Storylines week to week, as he says. How do you think? How would you feel if you're a wrestler? What's happening this week? I don't know. What's happening next week? I don't know. We're just gonna go on the fly. What Tony says. The fuck? That's why there's not that many storylines in AEW. It's just wrestling. I mean, that's good, but I want to have a story behind some of these feuds that are going on. And you don't get much of that, especially in Ring of Honor, Horror, because it's horrible. Speaking of horrible, alright, so anyway, 0 Hour TV title on the line, Brian Cage and Atlantis Jr. I don't even give a fuck who wins that match. I don't give a fuck. Just like they're degrading their titles and degrading the promotion that I grew up watching since 2006. Sad. They should have killed it in 2020. Not even 2020, 2019. Was the last actual good final battle next to the Tony Khan years with the Briscoes and FTR, that double dog collar match, 2022. 2021 was pretty, I mean, the one before Tony Khan bought the promotion, which was Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham, title for the Undisputed title, basically. That was good. That was a good final battle. FTR, I think it was FTR and the Kingdom for the tag titles, and then the Bucks came out. That was good. That was good. So the last couple, not the last year wasn't that bad, but the 3 years before that, 3, 4, 5 years before that, some good, decent final battles. I don't know how it's going to be this year. Where it's going to be, we still don't know. And it's October the 7th. Tony Khan. Man. I'm not going to say a word. Better be in New York where we know better. Because there hasn't been a wrestling show that I know of this year at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Or either that dump of a fucking place called Terminal 5. I don't even want any shows in Terminal 5. It is a dump. No air conditioning. Little dinky what used to be called Club Exit for all my club people out there. 3 levels was a dinky little rundown bleh. And I've been there twice in my lifetime. That was way long time ago. During my clubbing days. I don't go clubbing that much anymore. But when I do, I'm a dancing machine. And yes, I do get the ladies still, even though with the missus now. But and she can dance, man. We just dance to the 80s and some of those disco tunes, you know love. Because she's a dancing queen, young and mean. She's not even 17. She's not. But yeah, we pretty much go to the 80s clubs when we go clubbing every once in a while. We go to the 80s night. Usually, sometimes we go to Webster Hall when they have 80s night. That's the best time to go. Because we love the 80s. Even though I pretty much grew up in the 80s. Rosa grew up in the 70s. Sorry, I got a cold. So we got that. So we move on with all that. But yeah, Ring of Honor's heyday, way back when, better than it is right now. So I don't know what's going to happen with Final Battle this year. I'm hoping and praying it's going to be at the Hammerstein. Will it? I don't know. Probably be in shithole Texas, most likely. The last 3 years has been in Texas. And Tony Khan's like, oh, I'd love to have it in the Hammerstein Ballroom, but I've never been there. And you say you're a fan. Right! You're not a fan if you've never been to the Hammerstein. I'm sorry, you're not a fan. I don't care if you've been watching wrestling for 30, 40 years, around the same time I've been watching wrestling. If you've never been inside the Hammerstein, or even inside the Mecca MSG, you're not a fan. You can say, I'm a fan, I love wrestling! Have you been to MSG? Have you been to the Hammerstein? No. Then you're not really a fan, because you never experienced WrestleMania 1, like I did. WrestleMania 10, like I did. WrestleMania 20, like I did. All the Survivor Series, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn's, even NXT, I don't know if NXT, well, not NXT in the Garden. SummerSlam's in the Garden. WrestleMania's in the Garden. Royal Rumble's in the Garden. Survivor Series in the Garden. I've been to all of them. And yes, I'm gifted, but but I haven't been to AEW shows at Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium. I will get there eventually. Right now, it's a bitch to get there and get out. I'll just say that. I know that from experience with the Mets. Oh, the Mets last night. Should have had that game. Should have had it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. They were down. They were up 4-2. Phillies come back in the 8th. Back-to-back homers. Diaz just fucks it up in the 8th like he always does. But Met fans, we were like, uh-oh. Some fans were like, uh-oh. But I knew better with the late inning magic the Mets do. And what happens? Lindor gets on base. And then Mark Viento's second bomb of the night. Tying the game at 6. I'm like, okay, now who's gonna... I was hoping they'd get another run. They didn't get the run. They go to the bottom of the 9th. What happens? Tyler McGill comes in. Walks Trey Turner. I'm like, oh, no. He walks Trey Turner. Walks fucking Bryce Harper. And next thing you know, the next guy on The next guy, which I think his name is Stott, base hit, Phillies win. But it was good. It's okay because the Mets went into Philly, took one game, they're back home tomorrow for games 3 and 4. We got Sean Manaea, the so-called tribal chief, on the mound. And the Phillies got Aaron Nola, who the Mets beat in Citi Field a couple of weeks ago. Walloped them. Hoping for that same type of magic. Beat Nola, and then Phillies, you better pitch. You're probably going to be pitching Zach Wheeler in Game 4, if not Game 5. But I think Quintana's pitching for the Mets on Wednesday, and then I don't know in Game 5. And then the winner of that faces San Diego or LA. I think LA's up 2-0. I don't know. I really didn't watch it. But I have to say one thing. LA fans, you are the crappiest fans next to the Yankee fans. They had an altercation with Fernando Tatis Jr. and the fans in the outfield, I believe, which delayed the game for like 20 fucking minutes. Fans are throwing beer and they're throwing shit on the field. Because, you know how LA hates San Diego. We all know that. But they just delayed the game for like 20 minutes, and the fucking security guards are just standing there like idiots, and this fans are still throwing shit on the field. Yeah, I know people are gonna say, oh, what about John Rocker when he came out in the 90s? Yeah, I mean, but Met fans had a reason to throw batteries and shit at him because he went like this to the Met fans. When it was 3-0, and what happened? The Mets almost came back and won that series. If it wasn't for Game 6. Just saying. That was like, I think it was 98 or 99, the NLCS, I believe. Which we all know the Yankees won that World Series. Did us a solid, but we didn't want the Yankees to win that. In 2000, we know they cheated. We know the Yankees cheated in 2000. We know that. But well, right now, I think the Yankees, they're up 2-0 over the Kansas City Royals. Pfft, who cares? Fucking care. Who fucking gives a fuck about the Yankees right now? I care about the Mets, and that's all I care about. So hopefully tomorrow night, Met Magic at Citi Field, win Game 3, win Game 4. You don't have to go back on Thursday afternoon or Thursday night for Elimination Game 5. And we all know about the elimination game against Milwaukee, where the Mets were basically dead to rights, and they came back and won that game thanks to Pete Alonso, who hit a home run yesterday too. But when it mattered the most, the bullpen once again fucks up. Hopefully we don't get that at home. Hopefully, but we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow when we get that. Alright, back to Ring of Honor we go, because I have to run out in like the next 15 minutes. Alright, so after we get the announcement for Atlantis Jr. taking on Brian Cage for the TV title at 0 Hour for Wrestle Dream 2, we go to the ladies of Ring of Honor. We got the Native Beast, Nia Rose, taking on Katie Arquette, no relation to David Arquette. 90 seconds. Nyla Rose beats this chick with the Beast Bomb. Bye. That's it. 2 out of 5 stars for that. Let me get that. Tony Khan's specials coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Just to fill the card. Fill our match. We get that. Alright, then we go to the back. We have the Minions. We have Lexi Nair, my girl Billy Starks, and your undefeated, undisputed Ring of Honor Women's Champion, getting close to 700 days, getting close to 2 years, and that's the lovely Athena. So Lexi and Billy Starks want to throw a celebration because Athena is the longest reigning champion in Ring of Honor history, even surpassing Samoa Joe's 600 excuse me, 600 and some odd day reign, 640, 645 day reign as champ. So Athena is the longest reigning champ in Ring of Honor history. Great for her. But Billie Starkz is not a happy camper. So so if she's not happy, Athena's not happy. She tells Billie to admit you have a problem. It's like, do we have a problem, Billie? Yeah, I got a problem and it's you. Well, the first step to getting better is admitting the problem. That's what they tell you in AA. Besides, don't drink. Admit you're an alcoholic. My name is Peter and I'm an alcoholic. But I don't drink, personally, I don't drink. But I know somebody who does, but... Anyway, moving on. Billie says Athena is the problem for leaving her with Abaddon. My girl Abaddon right there in the background. That was last week. But Athena says, get over it, because this is my day. I'm not going to let you or anybody else ruin my day. So, Lexi, let's get out of here. So Billie leads first because she's like pissed. And you know Final Battle's coming up, so I can't wait for that. Because Billie Starkz will finally defeat Athena and win that belt. And everybody's going to be happy. So anyway, they storm off, and then Abaddon pops up out of nowhere, because she's creepy like that. Creeps up behind Athena, and it's like, Arr! Athena didn't even know she was there. So that's what the prophecy does. We strike when you don't expect it. I keep telling you people, we're always watching. So you think you're like, oh, we're done with the prophecy, we're done with the purge. We're still watching. So, like I keep saying, we're watching, stay obsessed. Because that's pretty much it. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to tag team action player. We got, say his name, and he appears. No, it's not Joe Hendry, but it's Anthony Henry. Alright, Anthony Henry and his so-called cousin, Beef. Yeah, it's me. Beef. Talks like Triple H. He's fat, too. Like Scott Steiner would say, he's fat! Son of a bitch is fucking fat. I'll make him bleed. Okay, Scott, calm down. Anyway, so they take on the team of Anthony Cantena and Wes Barkley. Who are these people? I have no fucking idea. 4-minute match. Anthony Henry gets the win for his team as he hits a top rope double stomp, almost like the coup de grace, on Wes Barkley. They get the win. Big fucking whoop. They're undefeated as a tag team. But Anthony Henry's like, we're not a tag team. I have a partner in J.D. Drake, who's still hurt with his leg. But he's coming back soon, I think. For the work, to kind of reunite the Workhorsemen. But it is what it is. Alright, then we get to another tag team match. This one was my favorite. We got the infantry of Galibolo and the captain, Sean Dean, along with Trish Adora. They take on my favorite tag team right now, the Outrunners, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. Follow them on Twitter. 2 million followers. And I told you they would win Tag Team Gold, and they won GCW Tag Team Gold. I don't know if they still have it, but they're tag team champions, my friends. I told you so. But they should be Ring of Honor or AEW tag team champions. Will they? I hope. They are red hot right now. The fans love them. They're getting tons of followers right now. One of them being me. And yes, both of them follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I don't even have to prove that. Because I'm such a gifted guy. I'm Mr. VIP. And you're not. Anyway, this was a pretty good match. Back and forth they went. 7-minute match. Sean Dean misses a charge in a corner. And then Turbo Floyd comes in. Sounds like Pink Floyd. Turbo Floyd comes in and cleans house. We got a boot a boot to the head into a DDT, drops Turbo, but then Truth Magnum gets back in with the tag. They I think they hit Total Recall. Nice 80s reference, because they're an 80s tag team basically, and you gotta love the 80s. And they hit Total Recall. 1, 2, 3, another big, huge win for the Outrunners. Well, I believe they won. They won on I think it was Rampage. I think they won on Rampage. They had a big win there. They're getting so red hot right now. Promos are just amazing. The video package on Collision was, whew. I love this tag team. And it's not saying much because they were built as a jobber tag team. They were losing a lot. But just that one time when they get some wins under their belt. I know it's Ring of Horror, but still. They're rising up the ranks in Ring of Honor, going for those tag team belts that Dustin and Sammy have, or might lose, because Sammy's, I don't know what the severity of Sammy's injury might be. God forbid he's hurt for a long time. Bye-bye tag team titles. We might get a tournament, which I hate, but... And Sammy just came back from an injury, now he's injured again. Guy's injury prone. Great wrestler, great person. He does follow me on Twitter as well. And his hot fucking wife, Ty Conti, does too. Just Sammy, you need to be a little bit more careful. I think he got, well, I thought he was legit hurt in that Bunkhouse Brawl match with the Kingdom like about a week or two ago. And now on these tapings, I don't know what match, but he got hurt again. So hopefully it's not a serious injury. I think he just got knocked out, basically. Knocked the fuck out. But we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, the Outrunners get the win. Match gave 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Code of Honor. Yeah, love to see it. But then the interview's like, oh fuck. Good match, we're out of here. Fuck this. They're basically like, good match, fuck this shit, I'm out. Get out of here. Alright, so then after that, we go to the back, we have the beef. Beef's in the back. Talk about Anthony Henry, like I mentioned before, saying, you know, we're undefeated as a tag team, and Anthony Henry's like, we're not a tag team! I'm with JD Drake! So Beef's like, hey, do you have his number? Like he has his number on speed dial. Fucking moron. Anyway, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get a classic. Since Wrestle Kingdom is a celebration of professional wrestling. Okay. We get a classic Ring of Honor match from October the 1st, 2005. Oh, I remember this match very well. We had Samoa Joe and Kenta Kobashi. We know him. Some of you do, some of you don't. It's not the Kenta that wrestles in Japan. I think it was. Was Kenta Kobashi, the old Kenta. But anyway, I think this was when Joe had the belt. It was 2005. I think it's around that time he had the belt. But anyway, Joe came out with a very young Jay Lethal. If you didn't see the match, watch it, but I'll just briefly talk about it. They shake hands, Code of Honor to start. Match was insane. In-fucking-sane. It went for basically 24 minutes. We get a muscle buster connecting. Joe, Kenta kicks out. Joe's like, what? The fans are going nuts. I don't even think it wasn't in New York. I don't even remember where it was. But anyway. So Joe kicks Kenta back in the head. Joe locks in the STO, which switches into a crossface, and then something like an octopus hold on the mat. Crazy. Kobashi finally gets a foot on the rope for the rope break. This was not a pure match, by the way. I knew it was just one-on-one. Kobashi hit Joe with a half-and-half suplex. They're both down. The fans are going nuts. You get back up. Kobashi goes berserk with those Kawada-like chops, like he Piston Honda from Street Fighter. Joe's chest looks like chopped liver, basically. Blood all over the place. It's disgusting. Then we get another half-and-half suplex gets a near fall. Sleeper suplex gives Kenta another near fall. Joe tries to chop away, but that didn't work because Kenta just like knocked him the fuck out with not one, but two spinning back fists. Then he turns Joe inside out with that big time Lariato! And Kenta gets the win in 24 minutes. It was insane! Great to see that. I want more of that. I want to see some classic matches on Ring of Honor TV. I can't stand these fucking boring as fuck 1, 2, maybe 3 minute squash matches. It's ridiculously dumb. But that was a nice homage to the glory days of Ring of Honor. Kenta Kobashi versus Joe. Amazing. And that leads us to our, I think this was the main event. Yeah, it was the main event. That's right. Not many matches tonight, not last night, sorry, Thursday night on Ring of Honor. But after that match, classic match, we go to the Ring of Honor World Title match with Mark Briscoe and I'm Matt Taven, who had his good buddy, the man who punches the man who punches people in the dick. He gives him a power driver. That's Michael Kanellis Bennett. No Roddy there either. So, no. Where were you, Roddy? Oh, I know where he was. He was at Adam. He was hanging out with Adam. Because guess where Adam lives? Pittsburgh. Well, actually, I don't know if he lives in Pittsburgh per se, but I know he lives in Pennsylvania. I don't know what part. I assume he lives in Pittsburgh because we don't know if it's his fiancée, his girlfriend, what she is these days. That's Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. She lives in Pittsburgh, we know that. So I don't know if he moved to Pittsburgh because his family lives there, or he moved to somewhere else in Pennsylvania. But I assume Roddy Adam Cole was backstage again on Dynamite. He was there, I think, in Chicago about a week or two ago. He was there, and then he was on Dynamite, Rampage. Well, he was backstage for all those shows. Rampage and Rampage, Ring of Honor, and Dynamite this past week because Collision was in Toledo, Ohio. So he wasn't there, obviously, for that. But visiting family. He lives there, visiting, hanging out with Roddy. So that Undisputed Kingdom reunion is gonna happen pretty soon. I think. I don't know if and when Adam Cole Baby is gonna come back. I haven't really heard much about his ankle, his shattered into 6 million pieces ankle. He talks a little bit about it on his Twitch channel, The Chugs, but not much. So we don't know what's going on with his ankle these days, when he's going to be medically cleared. I'm hoping by December. If not, I'm thinking Revolution, or maybe at the latest, Double or Nothing 2025. So it'll be almost a year and a half since we've seen Adam Cole in that ring, and he's in his early 30s. So I don't know how many more good years. I mean, he's in his prime, but they still want to do this fucking devil gimmick. Why? I'm hearing rumors of that still going on. Like, why? If it didn't work at World's End when it started in 2022, and then the whole MJF Adam Cole union, they won the tag team titles together. MJF was the world champ. They had those 2 epic matches, one of them being All In last year, and then at Grand Slam last year, Cole shatters his fucking foot and ankle in like 6,000 pieces. He's been out over a year now, a year and a month actually. I mean, he made an appearance this year, but he He was on crutches. We saw him in a wheelchair most of that time in early 2024. Well, late 2023 into 2024. When it was revealed as the devil. I just think that was a bad idea to do that fucking storyline. And if they want to continue it, why? And now, if you've seen MJF lately, he's bald now. Shit. Bald MJF. Go figure that one out. Didn't want to grow his hair down to his ass and play the loudest, fastest rock and roll you could, Max? Seriously? But maybe bald is good on him. I don't know. Hey, if Alicia Atout likes that, then old guys should be bald. I'm not going to be bald. Look how much hair I got left on my head. And Rosa loves to run her fingers through my hair. Along with all the other ladies. But I digress on that. Alright, so Mark Briscoe and Matt Taven. Pretty decent match. Back and forth they went. Bennett just caused a distraction. Didn't work. Mark comes back with a blockbuster off the apron. Goes back in, looks for a froggy boo, but missed. No water in the pool for you, sir. Which allows Matt Taven to hammer away, take over. And then we get a neck breaker, something like a 1905 chin lock. Taven goes for a lion salt. Mark got his knees up. Which, commentary kind of talked about the whole Jericho thing from Dynamite, where Jericho went way low. Talking about Jay. I still hate that promo. I hated it. I hope Mark beats the fuck out of Jericho on Saturday night. I can't see Jericho becoming a two-time Ring of Honor World Champion. It's just disgraced the promotion even more. Why not, Tony Khan? Why not? The promotion is horrible. It's not even honorable. It's horrible. It's hard to watch. And you wonder why nobody comes to see it except for the pay-per-views. Because that's the only good thing about Ring of Honor is the pay-per-view attendance. As you saw at the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor, they had 8,000 people? Something like that? I can only imagine if it's in the Hammerstein, they're going to definitely get 3,500 people. At least 25 to 3,000 people. So I think the Hammerstein holds about around 2,500 people. If it sells out the entire fucking place. Can't go upstairs because that holds 1,000 people at most 1,500. You don't want to go to the Grand Ballroom. Not a bad place, but still, Hammerstein's way bigger. Way bigger. For a wrestling show. If it's a concert, it holds way more than that. Because you have the standing room only. You have the balconies, of course, and you have the side balconies. And I know from experience with all those concerts, there's at least, offhand, I'd say close to 5,000. Depending on who you see, of course. I mean, I saw Megadeth, and I was sitting in the first balcony during the first Gigantour tour I went to. Second one, I was right front. And yes, I have pictures to prove that. And I have a great picture of Dave. Hello, me! Meet the real me! And my misfit's way of life! Okay, Dave, calm down. David! I keep talking to myself. I do a great Dave Mustaine impression. Do it very good. Hello, Dave. Hello, me. Okay. Alright. But, yeah. Hammerstein is always a great place to go for a concert. I've seen In This Moment there, Korn, Seven Dust many times, New Year's Day a few times, In This Moment, like I said, Disturbed, Korn, Black Label Society, a couple times, even, it was at, I think it was 2009, 2010, I saw Black Label Society with Seven Dust, I forget who else was the band. The supporting bands, I forget. But when Black Label Society came off, they were done. I thought Zack was gonna be done. Next thing I know, a couple hot chicks like were next to me for the whole show, trying to grab my dick. But anyway, they're like, "Hey, stay! Here comes Zack." Zack Wilde's coming down Photographer's Row where I was at, and I got a picture beforehand of him like right near me, and then he went, gave me a high five, gave me a big fucking sweaty hug. I didn't shower for 3 days after that. Because Zack doesn't really shower. Shh. No, he does, I'm kidding. That was a great concert. At the Hammerstein. Great concert. Megadeth was even good standing in the front row. Megadeth's great. Then you had those idiots saying, "Yeah, Metallica's better." And then Dave's like, "This is why cousins fuck." Every show he says that. It's so funny as fuck. "Oh, you think you're a great guy." Yeah. "This is why cousins shouldn't fuck." Dave Mustaine should have been President of the United States of America. He'd be a great president. Same with Ozzy too. But yeah, I saw Megadeth live. It's just great. Front row is amazing, and I saw him with Disturbed. I think it was on the music. I think it was Music as a Weapon. It wasn't Gigantoid, I think. I think it was Music as a Weapon. I know that it was Korn, Disturbed, Seven Dust. I forgot who was the opener. I think In This Moment was the opener. The Megadeth, I think, was on Gigantoid. It had to be Gigantoid because I don't think they toured with Disturbed during that time at the Hammerstein. I could be wrong, but it's so long ago I forget. I'm old, so. But yeah, I never met Dave Mustaine personally, but I was like, this closest. I'll show that picture one time. I will show it. So, think I'm lying. Like everything else. "Oh, yo, nobody takes you seriously. Nobody believes you. You like your own videos 8 times. This and that." I still get views. Real views, actually. Real likes, so. Can't prove much of anything, so shut the fuck up. That's that. Alright, I gotta go, guys. So Mark wins with, the J-Driller. After Froggy Bowl also gets raised knees. Yeah, we get that. Mark then comes back with a Fisherman's Buster right into the J-Driller. 1, 2, 3 to retain the belt in 9.5 minutes. Good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. So Matt Tavis only had one singles match, and that was 2 years ago against Darius Martin. What? I don't understand that. Brian Cage has a TV title shot, and he hasn't had a match on Ring of Honor TV in 6 weeks, and he gets a title shot. All these Proving Ground matches are retarded. And then same thing on Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. They get, we got an Eliminator match with some Hammernager in the back. How did they get this title shot? I don't get it. They don't even do the ranking system anymore. Where did that go? Oh, we just had it for a couple of months. Now it's gone again. Because nobody cares. I just don't get how somebody like, I hate using, like Trisha Dora gets it's a women's TV title shot or a world title shot, and she barely wins matches on Ring of Honor because she's not on the show much. How is it possible that somebody who has pretty much doesn't win gets a title shot? It makes no fucking sense. That's why I hate this promotion. I hate watching it. I have to review it because I'm a wrestling fan. I don't have to do it, but you know why I want to do it? Because I want to. It's my show. But I can't stand these Proving Ground matches against people that are basically either indie talent with no experience, I should say no experience, no wins, and basically they're just throwing out title shots or Proving Ground matches to some indie, mid-carder or somebody gets it. Hey, first time on Ring of Honor TV, you get a proving ground match against Mark Briscoe. Let's see how you do. You lose in 4th minutes. Waste. It's a waste of a match. Like a. What am I doing today, Tony? Oh, you're gonna proving ground match against some guy, some new guy. You're gonna put him over in 4 minutes, right? I'm like, what? Why did I even bring my fucking gear? Just pay me and I'm out of here. Shit. Waste. It's a waste. But anyway. Alright, so that's it for Ring of Honor TV this week. Not really a great show, so I gave it a solid 6 out of 10. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta run to the doctor. I gotta run down to the supermarket as well. Then I'll be back. I might do... probably will do Rampage and Collision, then get you ready for a 2-hour, yes, back to 2 hours this week, and all through November, December, up until December the 30th, I believe. 2 hours of Raw. Should be good tonight. Sami Zayn and Walter for the world title. The aftermath of pretty decent pay-per-view. Bad Blood. We gotta see Drew and Punk, Battle Wounds, and all that shit. Finn pissed off at Poppy Priest. Liv Morgan, still a women's champion. Rhea Ripley might have something to say about that. Raquel Rodriguez, who'll probably be on the show tonight. And a whole lot more tonight on Monday Night Raw. Now, your 2-hour cure for insomnia. So going 8 to 10, and then pretty much everybody else is going to go have a late dinner or go to bed. But, I mean, we'll see what happens tonight. Should be a good show from wherever it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching 6 out of 10 for Ring of Horror this week. And that's it. Leave me your thoughts down below. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Ring of Horror sucks. That's it. Tony Khan, do better, please. And I'm out.